What's up, guys, and welcome to my top 5 things EA should add to HUT on NHL17. So let's go ahead here and take a look at the coaches. Do you know who Fiddler is? Habit, Samuels, Richards? Most people have no clue who these guys are. I would love for EA to add coaches that are currently coaching in the NHL and have a team assigned to them, which would be their real team, hopefully. And that could play an effect on chemistry also, not just on players' abilities, but on chemistry. That would be great if coaches were able to give players boosts on chemistry. So let's say you get Michel Therrien from the Montreal Canadiens. His coaching card is Montreal, so he could give a boost to your Montreal players on chemistry, or something like that. You know, if you've got like 10 players from the Montreal Canadiens on your roster, or they're changed teamed to Montreal, well, their chemistry would get a boost. That would honestly be great in my opinion. Or that makes players link up easier with Montreal players. So that's it for number 5, guys. Moving on to number 4. What's up, guys? So bringing it to number 4, you can see that we're in the customization zone, and if you've noticed, creating a team is no longer an option on NHL. You're probably wondering, how does that link up to HUT? Okay, so let me just give a second. So in the Vision trailer for NHL17, you've probably seen that in ESHL, you're going to be able to customize your arena, your jerseys. What's the full extension of that? I'm not too sure, but it looks really cool. And I would love for EA to make that available for HUT. It would give you more of a sense of ownership on your team, in my opinion, and it would be a great addition to Ultimate Team. I think it would be pretty simple to do since they're already doing it for ESHL. And obviously, if they can get Create a Team back up there, regardless of HUT, that would also be great. What's up, guys? And this next one is bringing us to specific player searches. That's number 3. EA should definitely add a section where you could just enter the player's name. So let's go ahead here with the best player, and let's say Crosby. So we're going to have to put player, center. I'm not sure the player type yet. I'm going to have to go down to NHL, then go to Pittsburgh, Penguins. Here we are. Now we're going to see one. Crosby's a playmaker. So let's go to add the playmaker type. Sometimes you know what type he is and you don't have to do this. And you see now you got Malkin in the way. So that's really making it a lot complicated just to compare the prices. And in this case we took Crosby, so it's not that bad since there's only a handful or 2 of Crosby's on the market from base player cards. But if you're going for a player that's something like an 86 overall, let's say a Pavelski or a Thornton, there's a shitload of them. And when you're researching them, there's going to be a bunch of players in between, a huge amount of pages, and it's a headache to compare the prices. Here it's not that bad, plus there's Malkin, so he's another really high value player. So he's not going to have a handful of players on the market also. But what's really dangerous is if there's an unrare gold player, there's going to be a shitload of them on the market, and it's going to make it almost impossible for you to find the player you're looking for. And how complicated is this? Just adding a specific player search. I know it's available in FIFA. Definitely EA needs to catch up on NHL here and make this happen, because it would save us a lot of time. What's up, guys, and welcome to number 2 on our list, and it's the change team consumables. Have you ever been looking for a team? Jesus Christ, sometimes it can take up to 5 minutes. Why aren't EA just putting this in the fucking market options that you can specifically look for the fucking team you want to find? What does this do? It makes it impossible to compare the prices. You can know the general price of the product, so like the product, the change team consumable, regardless of the team, you can know the price for the average consumable. But you can't know the price for specific teams. Obviously, it's going to be pricier if you're looking for a team like Chicago. Let's just go ahead and look for a team like Chicago. Now, you understand that we've already done one page. The same teams keep popping up back up. Let's look for Chicago. Let's really try to find a Chicago here. Come on, EA. Just make it a specific search in the market. Look, we've almost passed, I think, 3 pages here. No Chicagos. We're at the 20-minute mark. No Chicagos. Why? Because the Blackhawks have some great players like Taze, Kane, Seabrook, Keith. and a shitload of other ones. And people want to chem them up with some other good players. Oh, there we go. A Chicago Blackhawk, close to 3K. Now, do we want to go another shitload of pages, or do we want to buy this one? And this one is close to 3K, but you have no idea what the price is for the other Chicago ones. Now, if you look at these other ones, oh shit, 3K is a rape. But you're like, oh shit, this is Chicago and I can't find any other ones. So you're going to go buy it. Or you're going to be like, oh, I'll wait for a better deal and your chemistry's not going to go up. So come on, EA, just put it a market option that you can look for which change team you want. How complicated is it? It's been years that the change team perk is available. Oh, that Chicago card just disappeared. Boom, out of thin air. Somebody purchased it. So it wasn't such a bad deal. So that's about it, guys. Let's move on to number one. What's up, guys, and welcome to number one. And the number one thing I think EA should add are drafts in Ultimate Team. If you haven't seen them on FIFA, let me explain it to you basically right away what they are. So you'd get goalie position. So just forget Robin Leonard. Now I'm pressing substitute, but it's going to be select. Like, you're going to have to select one. And 5 cards are going to pop up. So in this case, we're going to get Condon, Luongo, Mason, Lack, and Elliott. Now you're going to have to select one for the highest rated, but you've also got to keep the chemistry in mind here. And what does this do is give a chance to everybody to play with some super high rated players. If you do it in FIFA and you're familiar with soccer players, Messi and Ronaldo are pretty much the best soccer players in the world. These guys constantly pop up. So, you could constantly get Crosby Ovechkin or Crosby Malkin and Carlson Subban and players like this. And what this does is give a chance to some guys on HUT who don't really spend money on coins to play with these players. Because let's be honest, if you're not spending money on coins or working the market a lot, you're not going to get the chance to play with some high 90 rated players. You might have 1 or 2 on your team from some pack luck, but you're definitely not going to have a full team based around them. Now this has been confirmed, I believe, that they're going to add it in an article. I think it's the All-Star Draft or something like that. The article is a little vague, but I'm pretty sure it's confirmed they're going to add it. It's been a huge success on FIFA 16, so EA's been like, okay, this has been such a success, we need to add it to NHL. And from what I've read, it really looks like they're adding it, and this would be great. This is the top priority, and if they're adding it, it's, I think the 4 other ones, they can wait a year. If they're adding the draft, I'd give them a year. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'd love to hear in the comments below what you guys think EA should definitely add to the NHL series. If it's based off some other games or it's just some stuff that's bugging you. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe.